Hi AP World students, Mrs. Longnecker here again with another video lesson. And today I want to introduce you to one of the writing skills that you will be producing for your AP exam. And this is the short answer question. So what is the short answer question? What are we talking about with this? The short answer question, also called an SAQ, is your opportunity as a student to show your understanding of historical content and your ability to use historical thinking skills, all in your own words. So the AP exam has a multiple choice component, and we'll talk more about that in some future lessons, as well as 3 written components. And these written components, I think, are really great parts of the exam because they allow you to take what you know and put it in your own words, rather than relying on your understanding of a question and answers that are written by someone else. So the SAQ is really cool in that way. SAQs measure a lot of different skills, potentially. Many of the same skills that are measured in essays. So as we start doing lessons where we talk about things like comparison, continuity and change over time, contextualization, those cause and effect, those are all the kinds of historical thinking skills that could be measured in a short answer question. The difference between the essay and the short answer is that the short answer is shorter. It's a condensed format. The focus in the SAQ is to be accurate, thoughtful, and concise. You have limited time and limited space to respond to an SAQ. So, how do I write one? The SAQs are a type of free response question, meaning that you write your answer in complete sentences in response to the prompt. You should expect to write roughly between 1 and 4 sentences for a quality SAQ response, depending on the prompt. There is no rule about number of sentences, but people always ask, so I say somewhere between 1 and 4. Your response should always address the prompt first. You should give your answer directly and succinctly. For some prompts, that will be enough, just answering the question. For other prompts, a relevant detail and a little explanation may be needed to fully flesh out your answer. Now notice what I just said there. You need a relevant detail and a little explanation. SAQs are not essays. So choose your best detail and explain how it relates to the prompt and how it supports your answer. Then move on to the next question. You don't want to be hung up spending tons and tons of time on any one SAQ. To help you when you're writing your SAQs, it's helpful to know a little bit about the prompts and the verbs that the College Board might use in constructing your prompts. The language of the prompt can give you a clue about how much detail you need for any given response. Some SAQs are really fact-based recall questions, while others require more in-depth analysis or elaboration. So here are 3 key terms that you might see in an SAQ prompt. The first verb is identify. Identify means to indicate or provide information about a specific topic without elaboration or explanation. So identify prompts require the least amount of elaboration. You just answer the prompt specifically with a relevant detail or example, and you're done. You don't need to go on and on explaining yourself. The second verb that you might see frequently in an SAQ is describe. Describe is to provide the relevant characteristics of a specified topic. Now, describe prompts are similar to identify prompts in that they don't require a lot of elaboration. But describing something may require more than one detail or example in order to be considered complete. So if I'm describing someone's outfit, right, I probably should say more than just, hey, Mrs. L's wearing a green shirt. That's true, but it's not the most helpful description of my outfit today. It might be more helpful to say, Mrs. Longnecker's wearing a green hoodie that says love one another on it. That would be a much more helpful description, and so it takes a little bit more detail. The third prompt that you might see is explain, which means to provide information about how or why something occurs using evidence and or reasoning. So explain prompts are longer than identify and describe prompts, and they require the most elaboration and explanation while still remaining a short answer. We're still only talking about a couple of sentences. Explaining how might require you to analyze what is happening. Explaining why typically requires you to analyze the motivation or the reasons for why something has or is happening. And there's a great mnemonic that we can use to help you, a formula really, for helping you do well on an explain prompt. And this is the formula that will help you ace the prompt as you craft your answer, because it spells A-C-E, ACE. A is answer the prompt. Address the question clearly, right? Just like you would an identify or describe a prompt. The C is cite specific relevant evidence. So really, you have to include at least one example, maybe two if they're short. And the E is the expand or explain as needed. Be sure that you include enough reasoning, your own thinking and your own explanation, to show how the detail and evidence you chose fully supports your answer. You can use the ACE formula for any SAQ. You can use it for an identify or a describe as well, but they typically just don't need as much detail. You will, though, need all three parts of that ACE formula to adequately answer any prompt that uses the explain task verb. So it's a really good memory tool to help you succeed. We'll talk about timing and how to make sure you're getting through your work and how much time you really have on an SAQ soon in a future lesson. For now, I want you to focus on answering the practice prompts that I'm going to give you in clear and concise language, and you'll be in really good shape. Thanks for tuning in. I hope that you're feeling good about writing your first SAQs in class, and I'll see you in the next video.